Yes, you're welcome once again. My name is Samuel Tiamiyu, and if this is the first time you are watching this, I'm popularly known as the first class property lawyer. You're welcome. Today we are going to be looking at something very, very important when it comes to buying land or house. Watch out. I. Yes, you're welcome once again. I'm so excited because today I will be sharing with you something very, very fantastic. And from what you have seen in the title, you can see that I'm sharing with you how you can avoid property scam. So if you want to buy property, how can you avoid scam? If you want to buy a land or a house, how can you avoid scam? The bad news is that a lot of people have lost a lot of money, but the good news is that this is the right place to be, because today I'm going to be sharing with you what are the things you need to watch out for. Once you see them, you see that red flag, run. Yes, you have to run. The first thing is that if you want to buy a house or a land and then they are not ready to share with you every information you are asking them, then you should be watch out. It looks like they are hiding something from you, when it looks like they are not giving you all the information you are asking from them. Because just like I said, if you have not watched the video that I've done before about the A to Z, that means the real estate terms, one of the things I talked about is key, which is questions, like ask questions. So if you are asking questions, if you have been on this channel before, I know you would have inculcated that habit of asking questions. Ask questions, ask every question you want to ask. So don't feel that, oh, maybe I'm asking too much questions. You can't ask too much questions when you are trying to release your money. So you ask questions exhaustively. So make sure you exhaust all the questions you want to ask them. And if you check the video, if you have not watched that video, go and watch it, because I shared with you some questions you can ask in order to know whether a land is genuine or a property is genuine or not. So if you have asked them these questions and then they are not ready to give you all this information, then you should be very, very careful, because somebody who wants to sell a genuine land or somebody of integrity will be ready to give you everything you need, all the information you need when it comes to buying a land. So run if they are not ready to give you the information you are asking for. It means it is a red flag. The second thing we're going to look at is when they are not giving you the title document. And if you have not watched the video on the different land documents, that I've shared with you, especially if you are buying land or house in Nigeria, make sure you go and watch that video, because in that video I've discussed a number of things that has to do with the documents you need, the deed of assignment, the contract of sale, and some other things. What do they mean and when can you use them? So go watch that video. Now if you have watched that video and then you are watching this particular video and you've asked them that, okay, where is this document, where is this other document, where is the deed of assignment, how can I want to see the contract of sale, if that is the case for contract of sale. So and you are asking them all of these questions and they are like, oh, this particular document is with this person, and then maybe after some days you are asking them again, okay, what about this document I asked for? Oh, they are giving you different excuses. You should ask for, number one, the original title documents. You should ask for it, and when you ask for it, you are not, at that point, you are not asking them to give you the original. What you're asking for is to at least show you for citing. So you want to see whether, if it's a CFO, and of course CFO is very good, but then like I told you, there is CFO scam, so it could be a cloned one. So if they show you the original CFO title, what you ought to do is to look at it and then of course cite it. And if you want to confirm it, you take the number like I discussed in the previous videos. Please go and check. You have to look at the number, page and volume number of that particular CFO. Then that is the number you use, to do your search at the land registry, or you contact a professional, a lawyer, to do that for you. So now, but if you ask for all of these documents, you've asked for maybe the title is excision, you've asked them for, or it's gazette, you've asked them for all of this, and then they are not ready to give you these things, please run. Because if somebody wants to sell a genuine land or house and then he cannot give you a document, documents or title is backed up by documents. So I've done a video on land titles. So you need to know, first, what are the land titles? Second, you need to know the document that will show you this title and the document you need to get when you buy a land or house, so as to safeguard your investment. So if you have been able to watch all this video, it will help you give a better understanding of what I'm talking about. Now, as a matter of fact, if you ask them for all these documents and they are not ready to give you, then you know it's a scam. Because if somebody wants to genuinely sell land to you or house to you and he doesn't have ulterior motive, then they should give you all of these documents. Even if they cannot give you for you to take it with you, they should be able to give you for citing, and then you can make a copy. They can even give you a copy, to take to wherever you want to take it to do your search. So these things are very, very important. Do not buy a land or purchase a property or a built property where they are not ready to release the title document to you for perusal. This is if you're asking them for information and they are not ready to give information, then you know that it is likely to be a scam. The second thing is, if you are not ready to release documents to you for perusal, then you should run, because it is likely to be a scam. Now, all of the things I'll be discussing here they are not absolute. Please take note, they are not absolute. That doesn't mean that if you ask somebody for document and they are delaying for like 1 or 2 weeks, then it is a scam. It might not be a scam, but these are red flags. These are things that point to scam. So if those things continue like for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and you're almost closing the deal and you've not seen the title document, then you are closing the wrong deal. So you need to check out for all of this. I hope you are following. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Remember, we have always been sharing a lot of things that has to do with real estate. How do you safeguard your investment? And I will still share more. So subscribe to this channel, like this video, share with your friends, and also comment. And don't forget, if you need me to do anything on real estate, just put it in the comment below and I'll be ready to share with you. Yes, let's go to the next one. The next one is, if they become apprehensive, they become afraid, or they become uncomfortable when you decide that, okay, I want to bring in my lawyer. Imagine you telling them that, okay, the next time I'll come with my lawyer so that I can check, and they begin to like and let's just at least pay something. Let's start from there. No, when they begin to, when they're afraid, or they have become apprehensive, or their countenance change when they begin to hear things that has to do with lawyer, you want to do your search, you want to confirm, you want to do your due diligence, and they begin to feel uncomfortable, then you should be very, very careful. Because if the land is okay, if it's genuine, they will just give you the number, go and do your search. Nobody will be afraid of any or the outcome of your search. If they want to, if it's genuine, they will not ask you, they will not be afraid, that you want to go do your due diligence or call a lawyer or a professional to, do all of this. All of this will not make make them feel jittery or afraid. You understand? So if it's genuine, but if it's not, as soon as you say, okay, lawyer, they'll be afraid and they'll just begin to change and say, no, I don't think you're ready to buy, you're just wasting our time. You've checked this property up to 2 times and all of that, and you're still postponing it. Now you're talking about bringing your lawyer. If they begin to say all of that, it might be a scam, because they know that as soon as a lawyer comes in, a lawyer will dictate that scam, and then everything is gone. So please make sure you watch out for this. Remember, we are going to number 10. Make sure you watch till the end. Okay, number 4. The first thing I'll be talking about is when they are not ready to give you a document that is verifiable, or when they don't even have a document that is verifiable or a document that is registered. Now, like I said, these things are not exhaustive, but if the documents are not registered, that doesn't mean that you cannot buy the land. So far, every other things are good. I'll still be sharing some other things. So, and this list, I'll be sharing other things, but just know that when they begin to tell you that, okay, the title is not registered, it's not verifiable, you can't go to the land registry to check and all of that, this might actually look like a scam. However, that doesn't mean that you cannot buy a land that does not have any documents at the land registry. Because let me share this with you, if they have not registered at the land registry, you cannot do a search, because land registry only has documents that have been registered with them, and that is what you can go there to search. So however, you can take the coordinates, right? You can take the coordinates, go to the land registry and check whether anybody has registered any survey on that particular portion of land. So if that has been done, then you should not buy it, right? But if that has not been done, then you can still proceed to buy if other things have been done, right? You need to watch out for other things, like are people really developing in that area. I'll still share some other things, but I just want you to know that if people are not if other things are not synchronizing, if other things are still scattered too, and then you ask them for a document and they give a document that is not registered or a document that cannot be verified at the land registry, then it could be a scam. So these and some other factors is what you combine together to make, to come to a conclusion that this is likely to be a scam. So you do what? You run. Very, very important. So, okay, number 5. When they are asking you to pay sharp, pay now, you just want to pay now. Imagine, see, another client is coming to pay by 12 p.m. tomorrow. So make sure you pay now. If they're already rushing you to pay, and as a matter of fact, see, it's not just land transactions. Any transaction you are doing and then they are rushing you that you must pay. Just pay. If you don't pay now, you lose it. If you don't do this now, just relax. You're buying a land that you own forever, right? Another thing is that this thing is something that you are, most times when people buy land, and it's very, very sad, when people buy land, they buy it with their hard-earned money, number one. Some of them buy it with everything they have. Yes, this is just true. For most average people, even some rich people too, they buy it with almost everything they are having with them. And then you don't just want to rush into such an investment. Even if they take it, you will get another land that might even be better than that. However, that doesn't mean that once you have done your due diligence and you are okay, you should now sleep and then say, let me give myself one more week. No. If you are sure everything is okay, all the boxes have been ticked, then you should go ahead. You understand? But what I'm trying to say is that you should not allow them to push you. Be fast to take a decision that you will regret. No. Especially when it comes to buying a land or a house. So you want to do your due diligence. You want to be sure that what you're buying is just the best for you in terms of convenience, in terms of location, in terms of title, in terms of the documents, attached to that particular land. So it's very, very important. You don't just want to buy something that it turns out that, oh, this thing is actually a scam, because a lot of people have invested where it's just shambles. Somebody bought a particular land around Aja, and it turned out that that particular land is actually in a place that is earmarked for road. So you don't want to buy a road. Who will stay on the road? Nobody will allow you to build on your road. So you want to check out, very, very important. You want to check out and don't allow anybody to push you to rush into buying a land or buying a house, things like that. Please don't allow anybody to rush you. Once they are trying to rush you, push you, and then drag you as if you must pay now. If you don't pay now, you will lose it. You had better lose it than to lose your money. Yes, in fact, one of the rules of investment is that don't lose money. Warren Buffett will say, don't lose money. Like, don't lose money. So you don't want to lose money. Yes, what you want to do is to multiply money, and that is why we are here. If you have been enjoying this channel, you want to subscribe to this channel. This channel is brought to you by Posh City Luxury Property, and we help you manage and multiply money through credible real estate investment. So that is why we are here. And if you have been enjoying this channel, you want to share with your friends, you want to like and also comment. Alright, so the 6th thing is when they cannot allow you to start something on the land even though you are ready to pay an initial deposit. Very important. Let me share a secret with you. Now, when you want to buy a land, especially when you're buying in volume, I'll still be doing a video on land banking, and my advice always is that if you want to do land banking, do in volume. Don't just do one plot. If you have money for one plot alone, fine, but if you have more, please do more. I'm going to be sharing with you also a story, of how Pastor Ashimolo was able to buy, acres of land, and today yes, cashing out. I'll be sharing that story with you. But in this video, don't forget, we are looking at how to spot a land scam or a property purchase scam. Now, Number 6, when they don't or they are not ready to allow you to build or to start doing something, or to even put your beacon, just to put, to show the areas of land, that belongs to you, or to even erect something, or maybe something, maybe it might not be a fence really, but something to just show that you are in possession, right? It might just be a board, this land belongs to so person. If they are not ready to allow you to do that, then you should know that it's a scam. How do I know this? Now, don't forget, if somebody owns that particular place and they are not ready to allow you do that, the implication is that they know that as soon as you begin to do that, the other person they have sold to, especially if you are buying from Omonile, the other person they have sold to will come up and say, "Oh, my land, they started building on my land." So the person will raise an alarm. That's just it. So if they say no, you can't build, or maybe anytime they go there to show you the land, they will be in a hurry to say, "Oh yeah, madam, let's go, I want to quickly get to one particular place. I don't have time." They just want to rush out of that particular location. Then you should be very careful, because in that particular case, they are only telling you that they don't want somebody to see them, or the owner, or people who know the owner, to see them, that they're actually showing it to another person. So you should be very careful and run. So if you want to buy a land, even I always advise, buy from a credible real estate company. It's very important, because some real estate companies are also like Omonile. Yes, they are, but you must be very, very careful when you are dealing with real estate company. Make sure you are doing your research, make sure it's registered, make sure the directors are traceable, make sure the shareholders are. I'll be sharing with you how to do your due diligence when you are dealing with the real estate company also. But here in this video, we are looking at property scam. How do you know? So if they are not ready to allow you start something on the land, then you should be very, very careful, because it doesn't look good. Because if it's their own, they'll be ready that, okay, you want to start something, okay, maybe the land is for 10 million naira, and you are ready to give them 2 million naira, that, okay, I will give you a post-dated check in the next 2 weeks. This check will be right. Or you are not even ready to give them anything, but it's like, okay, I've bought this land, this is a check, this check will be ready in 3 days, right? Now you've been able to, of course, it's almost like an undertaking that this amount will be given to you on this social date. That's good enough. If it's their own, they will be ready to, okay, and then you discuss with them that, let me do something, let me start doing something on the land. Not really a development, not really like you want to start, putting up your foundation and all of that, but something to show that somebody is here, somebody has occupied this land, somebody is now in possession. All of these things will point to the fact that, then the owner will come, then the real owner will come, or the people that are actually entitled to sell the land will now come up. Because this comes up especially when it comes to buying from Omonile. This particular farm, sometimes it might be joint ownership, family ownership, so you must be very, very careful. And sometimes the particular person that is selling to you might not have authority to sell. If you check the video on land document, I shared with you how you can be able to deal with, when you are buying from Omonile, who are the people that are supposed to sign and all of that. So check that video to watch the full details. So very important. Number 6, if they are not ready to allow you start something, then like something little, just to show that you are occupying, you are in possession, then you should be very, very careful, because it looks like a scam. And like I said, they are not absolute. It doesn't matter. They might be their policy, but then if this is there and some other things are there, then it shows you that it's actually not. Right. So the 7th thing I'll be sharing today is that when you want to buy, especially maybe from a real estate company, and then you have asked for, okay, maybe they've told you that, okay, we are currently processing excision, or we are currently processing C of O, or we are currently processing governor's consent, and then you ask them, give me the file number, and they tell you, okay, we'll give you the file number. After like 2 days, you ask them again, give me the file number. we'll give you the file number. They keep pushing you, they're not ready to give you the file number. Then you should be very careful. And like I said, it's not exhaustive, but this is a pointer to the fact that they might not be processing anything at all. Yes, this is very, very important. If you are buying from especially a real estate company, most times real estate companies, and they are not ready to give you the file number, because the file number will help you to be able to go to the land registry to check whether there is actually a particular application like that for them, that they are processing. So that will help you to do your search. But if you are not ready to do that, they are not ready to give you that information, then you should be very, very careful. That looks like a scam, so you should run when you see such things. So number 7, if they are not ready to give you the file number and they are telling you, promising you that okay, we are already processing this, we are processing excision, we are processing gazettes, and perhaps you don't understand all of these terms, please go to the video on land titles. I've discussed land titles in this particular channel, so go to that video and then you see a video on land titles. You'll be able to understand what these things mean, and they are very important because title means ownership. So what form of ownership do you have on that land? So I've discussed everything. Just go and watch that video and make sure you watch everything, because another thing I want to tell you is that half knowledge is very destructive. In fact, it's better to not know anything although that's not good also, because ignorance it costs you a lot more than money that you use to get knowledge. So but half knowledge is also destructive, because when you just watch one thing, about land title, but you don't know the documents that will back them up, then what do you know? Because when they tell you excision, how do you know an excision? When they tell you it's an excision and you want to buy from them, what kind of document are they supposed to give to you? All of these things are things that you need to know. So you need to go through. Remember, this is property varsity, and then we are looking at everything that you need to know before you buy a land or a house. And after you buy, what are the things you need to do in order to keep your investments or home safe? So the 7th thing, if they are not ready to give you the file number, they are not ready to give you or facilitate how you can trace this application, then they might not have any application at all. But this is a very important thing. Please take note of it. They say excision in progress, or they say okay, C of O in progress, they are already processing it. What you need to ask them is, give us the file number. The file number will help you to be able to go to land to search, and then you're able to see that okay, they've actually started this process. So you can now be rest assured that yes, you can buy it. Although that doesn't mean that the government will grant it, but if it's a credible real estate company, you will still be safeguarded. It will still be safeguarded. If it's not a credible real estate company, you can still lose your money. So that's why I said please watch out for a very credible real estate company, and I'll be doing a video also on how to know a credible real estate company. The 8th thing I'll be sharing with you is, remember we're talking about how to know land scam. The 8th thing I'll be sharing is when the property is very cheap compared to what they are selling in that particular location. Watch out. Now you need to avoid greed. Yes, everybody will be, there's this tendency to be greedy. There's this tendency to buy something for a cheaper amount of money, right? Everybody has that tendency. However, you're a billionaire. Yes, you're a billionaire. The one plot of land in that area is selling for as high as 50 million naira, and then the person wants to sell it to you for 30 million naira, and you're saying buy, come and pay your money. This land is this. Even when they tell you it's distress, don't be fooled by distress sale. Yes, because if they say it's distress, you want to check whether it's actually a good place, and that is why I always advise people, contact a professional. If that place has been acquired for a particular public purpose, you shouldn't buy it. And by the way, please follow us on all social media platforms. Post City Luxury Properties is our name, and you want to follow us because we also release content on real estate investment and how to spot all of these things. So why you shouldn't buy a land that is acquired? How do you spot land scam when it's very cheap? Don't allow your greed to make you invest. It's better to invest, even if it's, as a matter of fact, there is no time that real estate will be too high. Why? Because real estate will keep appreciating, except you have not gotten it right with location. If you have not gotten it right with location, fine, but if you have gotten it right with location, it will keep appreciating. So you don't want to go and buy a land that is so cheap and then you discover that, wow, that place is either acquired or has been earmarked for building or construction of road or one thing or the other. So if it's very cheap, then it's pointing to scam. So you don't want to buy that particular land. So run. So that doesn't mean that you cannot get a land for a cheaper price than what is selling in that location. But what I'm saying is that you must just watch out for land scam. Don't allow greed to take over your logical reasoning, and then you begin to follow greed and then put your money in the dustbin and expect return. No return is coming out of that. Yes, we are approaching the end. Thank you for watching to this time. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, put your comment below, like this video, encourage me to do yeah. So the next thing is called how do you know a land or a property or house that is not genuine? The next thing is when development jumps that location. This is very key. In fact, a lot of people don't know this. Imagine going from, where is your area? Tell me. Imagine going from a particular place from point A to, let's say, point C, right? Now, because usually development follow a particular trend. So take for example, there are bushes in an area. People will start buying from the developed place down until they're able to get to the end of that particular place. But imagine you get to maybe a particular expressway or a particular area, development is there. Then you get to the middle of nowhere. There's no development. People are not building there. There's nothing happening in that particular place. Then after that place, there's a lot of development, far, occupying large expanse of land again. You should be very careful, because it's likely that, something is wrong with that particular land. Yes, this is very key. A lot of people don't know this, but you must be very careful to watch out. So if you see that development has jumped that particular place, you see that there's development behind, development after, then what's happening to that place? It's either acquired by the government, or perhaps, one army general has bought the place and then he has just kept it, and then all of that. So please, you want to check out that, okay, and you just want to verify. Sometimes agents can tell you, oh, this is how this thing. In fact, some agents will even pretend or portray themselves as the real owner. Have you seen that before? Yes, I've seen it. Yeah, because it happened to one of my clients. So what you need to do is to watch out. You want to watch out. It happened to one of our clients. You want to watch out. You don't want to deal with that particular person, somebody that is portraying him or herself as the real owner. You want to search out. You want to check and be sure that you're actually dealing with the right person. It's not because you cannot deal with an agent, but when an agent is now portraying himself as the owner, that is where the red flag begins to come in. So you must check, you must search out, you must be very careful where you put your money. So when you have a situation where development has jumped a particular place, please avoid that particular place. It might not be a good land. Remember, I said these things are not exhaustive. So the fact that development has jumped the place does not mean that it is not good. So, but when you put other factors together, then you can come to a logical conclusion that it is not a good place. Yes, we come to number 10. What is number 10? When your instinct tells you that it's not a good place to invest. See, most times our instincts don't lie, and perhaps you have done something before and then maybe you felt you shouldn't do it, and then you did it and then you enter into trouble. Then you should be watchful. Sometimes your instinct will tell you that this thing doesn't look okay, it doesn't look right, like you just know that there's something missing somewhere, and so you need to watch out. You don't just want to put your money in that particular investment. So when your instinct is giving you a red flag, you are not sure of that transaction, you are not just comfortable, you want to run. Yes, especially when you lose your peace of mind, you just feel that there's something wrong somewhere. I'm not just pleased. Perhaps they even gave you document, they gave you one thing or the other, but you just feel that there's something wrong somewhere. You should watch out. Put that with every other thing. If you know God, pray to God and make your decision. But then you want to put that with every other factor and then make your decision as to whether to buy such a land or not. See, a lot of people have been duped, have been scammed, especially in Lagos, especially in premium areas where people want to invest because of huge return. But you want to be very careful as to putting your money in the wrong place. In this video, we've been able to look at 10 things you need to watch out for to reveal land scam or property scam, because these things happen a lot. People have lost money countless times, and a lot of people, the problem they have is that they are not ready to consult proper advice. What they want to do is that once they are ready to do an investment, they just jump into it, or they ask their village people or they ask people who are not even knowledgeable about that investment. So you need to ask people who are experts in it, so people who have had experience in that particular field, so that they can guide you properly. This is Posh City Luxury Properties. This is Property Varsity, and we've been able to look at these 10 things. Please watch out for these things and many more that we'll be sharing on this channel. Remember, go watch other videos that we've done on this channel, and you'll be rest assured that we've shared a number of things that can help you dictate, land scam, land titles, land documents. All of these things will help you so that when you're investing the right way. So make sure you put your comment down below and also like this video if you have enjoyed it. Also, make sure you subscribe to this channel and share with people. Encourage me to do more, right? So thank you for watching. Once again, my name is Samuel Tamiu, and I'm your first class property lawyer.